All right, welcome. Today, we're going to tackle two terms you hear thrown around all the time in the world of data: data warehouses and data lakes. We're going to break it all down with a super simple analogy. Let's dive right in.
So, think about it. Every single day, companies are just drowning in data. We're talking sales figures, website clicks, user photos, server logs. It's this absolute tidal wave of information. So the big question is, what do you do with all of it? Where does it all go?
And that's where these two really crucial systems come into play. You can think of them as two completely different strategies for managing this data flood. We're going to use a simple analogy that I promise you will not forget.
Okay, first up, the data warehouse. Now, the best way to picture this is to just imagine a perfectly organized, brightly lit supermarket. Clean aisles, everything in its right place.
And here it is, the core idea for today. A data warehouse is like that neat, tidy supermarket shelf where all the products are packaged and ready for you to grab. The data lake, on the other hand, is more like that massive, kind of chaotic storage room in the back. Just keep that image in your head as we go.
So, what does that actually mean in more technical terms? Well, a data warehouse only stores data that's been carefully selected, cleaned up, and structured. It's already been processed and packaged for a really specific purpose, to be easily analyzed by the business.
So if you're walking down the aisles, the products you'll find on these shelves are the finished goods of the data world. We're not talking about raw ingredients here. We're talking about things like ready-to-go sales reports, performance dashboards, and key business metrics that an executive can use to make a decision, like right now. And the companies that build these digital supermarkets? Oh yeah, you've probably heard of them. We're talking about the big names like Snowflake, Google's BigQuery, and Amazon's Redshift. They're pretty much the dominant players in this space.
Okay, enough shopping. Let's go through those swinging doors at the back of the store. Welcome to the giant storage room, our analogy for the data lake.
Now, unlike those neat shelves out front, the data lake is all about two things: volume and variety. It's just this massive repository that holds enormous amounts of raw, unprocessed data exactly as it comes in. Nothing gets thrown away, and nothing is cleaned up beforehand.
And you can see just how varied that data is. You've got absolutely everything in there. You've got structured data, like neat tables in a CSV file. You've got semi-structured data like JSON files from a web app. And then you have completely unstructured stuff like images, audio files, and videos. It all just gets dumped into the lake.
So if you were to crack open the door to this storage room, you'd just see pallets of everything. Boxes of CSV files, containers of JSON, crates of images, and just endless streams of raw server logs. It's all here, just waiting for a data scientist to come along and find a use for it. Someday. All right, so we've seen the shiny front shelf and the cluttered back room. Now, let's put them right next to each other to make the differences crystal clear.
This table really sums it all up perfectly. For the data warehouse, our shelf, the data is cleaned and structured. Its purpose, immediate analytics and dashboards. Now, in contrast, the data lake, our storage room, holds raw and mixed data. Its main purpose is cheap storage and the potential for future, maybe even undefined processing. So here's the key. One is for the answers you need today, the other's for the questions you might not even know you have yet.
So, after all that, what's the one thing you really need to remember? Let's boil this all down to its simplest form.
A data warehouse is for your cleaned, packaged data that you need for immediate analysis. It's the product you can pull right off the shelf and use. And a data lake? That's for all the raw data you're storing for some future, maybe even unknown purpose. It's the bulk shipment just sitting in the storage room.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought. When you think about the data in your own world, ask yourself this question. Is it cleaned up and packaged, ready for the shelf? Or is it still raw, just sitting in the vast potential of the storage room? Thanks so much for joining me.